You know where we're going. You know where we're going. I mean, at this point, the series needs to be called The Squatters. All right. And again, we are looking at this from a lens that focuses on how we need to be proactive with our legislation. That a lot of the things in terms of the judicial process, they actually slow down progress. And what we're going to get into here is how squatters having rights is actually anti-American. How can we do this to good American people, regardless of ethnicity or social standing or economic background, people who have pulled their last dollars together to be able to have a home, or those that look to have a couple of investment properties or vacation homes, and for others to literally be able to come and commandeer your property at their leisure and to exploit the laws to their advantage. I mean, it's clearly a sad state of affairs. So let's unpack.
And that's what we keep hearing stories of. Anybody can declare residency of a Big Apple property after living there for 30 days. I spoke with anti-squatter activist Flash Shelton about this yesterday. He gave us some tips on how to prevent the unethical takeover of your home.
I'm flipping the process and I'm using the same rights that they would use against them. I'm forcing them to fight to get back into a property instead of fighting to get them out. The absolute most important thing is being able to document when they enter. So regardless if you're on vacation or it's you lost a family member, an empty house, you need cameras, you need an alarm system. Locking mailbox, stop people from getting mail delivered to your home. If they can get to your mailbox before you and take the mail out that has their name on the mail, they can use that to set residence.
Yeah, really great tips from Flash Shelton.
I mean, what is going on in New York? You have to get a locking mailbox. I didn't even know that they made those. But, again, we need to adopt that everywhere. It seems like we need to adopt that everywhere. Everywhere that there needs to be a locking mailbox. Wow. I mean, even the alarm system. Here's what I think with a lot of this. You may want to get a home. You may want to have a couple of extra homes. You also need to make sure that you are able to protect those homes, right? And, this is similar to when you have a castle per se, and you have knights that protect the castle, and you have a moat that's surrounding the castle, and you have gators in the moat, right? These are all measures that you're taking to prevent people or discourage or dissuade people from wanting to infiltrate your home or infiltrate your property. So of course, you definitely want to have the no trespassing signs, but that's not enough. You definitely want to have the fences or the borders around things, but that's not enough. You definitely want to have obvious cameras and other cameras, but that's not enough. You definitely want to have alarm systems. That's not enough. You definitely want to have locking mailboxes, and that's not enough. Now you need to make sure that the law is on your side. What does the law say about squatters and their ability to commandeer your home? Does it take 30 days? Does it take 60 days? What does that process look like? Right. And then now you're working with your legislators to ensure that some laws are in place to your benefit, because you are a tax-paying citizen. You are a person that has a piece of the American dream in terms of owning property. So let's make sure that we are holding our politicians accountable, and we're thinking about how these laws affect us in these type of situations. Squatters should not have rights.
These squatter laws, Leo, in step with all the other easy to commit crime laws in New York.
I'll tell you right now, just change the law. Florida's changing the law, Maria. I mean, but it's almost going to be impossible with a supermajority Democrat-controlled legislature in New York. But you got to change the law. It's unfair for homeowners. The police can't do.
Pause. Democrats don't see this as an issue for fellow New Yorkers. That I don't know. That was an interesting statement. Did y'all hear that? Essentially what he's saying is the fact that Democrats are in office in New York means that there's less incentive to actually change the law so that it protects New York homeowners. If you're a Democrat if you're a Democrat in New York and you're listening to this, let me know, is it that bad in New York? And why does it take nearly 2 years? What type of judicial process is happening in New York? Now, I'm definitely familiar with the Attorney General Letitia James, fellow Howard Law grad. Is what is happening? Let's work on this. This is absolutely ridiculous if this is the case. And I mean, people should think twice about being a Democrat in New York if you're gonna if this is gonna be the circumstance. Let's play that back.
Do anything unless they get a court order. It's ridiculous.
It's totally ridiculous, Kaylee.
Yeah, I'm listening to these tips from Flash, and it is stunning that these tips even are applicable in the first place. To be clear, squatters' rights are not a thing. There are only private property rights. And the fact that New York has so thoroughly abandoned those rights is so anti-American, it's incredible.
I know, and that's what we're worried about, but we're going to keep a spotlight on it. What can we do? We're seeing people's homes being taken from them, and then they have to wait a year or more to get it back. We'll keep a spotlight on this story for sure. I want to thank you both this morning.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. Look, at the end of the day, squatter rights is definitely anti-American. I mean, I completely agree. These are individuals that shouldn't have rights. New York is out of control. Georgia is out of control. Florida is out of control. And now California. So this seems to be a nationwide issue. And this goes back to the larger question. Are squatters simply a microcosm of a larger issue? And that issue being, has America become so expensive that people are unable to take care of themselves, or the means in which they would legally take care of themselves are so exhaustive and so unbearable that it's just not a realistic option? And so people are resorting to crime in terms of squatting just to be able to have a place to stay. Or is this just a matter of people just taking the easy way out? Right. So we have to really assess that. And it can be a combination of both. One, it doesn't necessarily have to be one or the other. It could be a combination of both, because there are some people that just could be lazy. They have no interest in working, and they see this as an opportunity because this is the way to take advantage of the law. And then that's what you do. You look for ways to exploit. This is the concept of predator and prey. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. I think that, I saw a couple of other things that were happening in New York with squatter related issues, and especially in California. We got to definitely unpack, and we'll go from there. But hey, y'all give me your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Porter Perspective.